Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I am Anchorhaven, and this is the Mystical Wellness Channel. Hello, hello. How are you? Let me know. Good morning. So today it is my Monday, which is Sunday night over in America. This is the early AM, and what we do on these early morning lives is we come together, we witness each other's journey, and oh, look at all the sun's rays on this. Can you guys see that? Is it just me? Can you see the aura coming off that? So we come together to witness each other's journey. On the Mystical Wellness Channel, we talk about all things weird and wonderful, all things esoteric, hidden, talk about the secret space program, super soldiers, targeting, stargates, cloning. We talk about Disclosure Day movie, talk a lot about USAPs in cinema, so those unacknowledged special access programs in cinema and TV, and how that soft disclosure is all around us all the time. So I'm getting a lot of like aura light coming in right now. I don't know if you guys can see that. How cool is that? Is it just me? I seem to be a little bit glowing today. Yeah, so that's kind of cool. So there has been a shift of energy recently, but I don't normally see my aura coming off like this, which is really cool. So good morning, Wizard Brickers. How are you? Welcome in everybody. Today is Monday. I can't stay on too long today because there's lots of things that I need to do. Good morning, Joyful Jennifer. Hello, how are you? Yesterday I did 2 fantastic videos. I had 2 wonderful guests who are speaking at the BASES conference, which is this week, so it is full on. I know I'm glowing today. Might have had a bit of an upgrade in the night, I'm not too sure, but I do appear to be glowing. Yes. Oh dear. Okay, dial it back. I'm not too sure why I'm glowing so much today. Oh wow, how cool. So yes, so it's the BASES conference this week. I'm going to be going down to BASES on Thursday for the 2026 International Disclosure Conference by Miles Johnston. So this is a big event, and oh, I'm just going to put on my Do Not Disturb. 1 second. So I'm here, but I can't see myself. I've lost my screen. Don't know what's going on. Can you guys see me? Because I can't see me now. I've completely lost my screen. And yeah, I do appear to be glowing today. So I'm just going to exit and come back in. Let's see. Hopefully I won't lose you guys. 1 moment. There we go. That's better. Okay. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, Maria Wheatley. Yes, does she look like a clone of Deanna Troy? Yeah, that's kind of crossed my mind as well. Yeah, that has crossed my mind as well. She does look like Marina Sirtis. Yeah. Interesting that you should think that. Yeah, she's a very fascinating lady. So we had Maria Wheatley on yesterday. She's like the queen of the megaliths and long skulls, and she knows a lot of stuff, doesn't she? But what I really would have liked to have asked more about Dolores Cannon, being her personal guide for like 8 years or whatever. I would have liked to ask more about that. And we also had that interview with Thomas Mikey Jensen, who is also Team BASES. So he's the technical director over at BASES when it comes to the website and everything. Thomas is kind of governing all of that. You know, he does the tech support over there. So Thomas and I work together at BASES, but I've never really asked him about like his, you know, his presentations and things before. So that was kind of cool. So we're both like in the background. There you go. See the glowing? Not so much glowing now. There you go. What's going on? You're younger looking. Oh, wow. Well, I did have a shift of energy on Saturday, didn't I? But you guys can see there's wrinkles there. There's wrinkles. I had a big shift of energy. 420, how you doing, pal? It looks like when you put yourself out there authentically. She kind of sounds like her too. Yeah, you're right, actually. I've not thought about that. We got to talk about you. Look at you, girl. Well, I had my hair plaited in the night. That's why it's all thingy. So yes, I've got a busy week. So I've got quite a few things going on this week, but I'm going down to Bases on Thursday. That's a long train journey for me down to Wiltshire. Thank you. And then Friday's the conference starting. So Thursday, hopefully, I'm going to be meeting Sean and Isha. And I just want to say what a beautiful, beautiful person Isha is, right? She's just so lovely. Every interaction that we've had on WhatsApp or whatever, she's just so beautiful. Like I said to her last night, she sent me, she's like, oh, I'll send you my talk title. Yep. Trying to wrangle together all the information I need from the speakers, right, for Bases. And then I said, yeah, got your bio, got your talk title, let me know if you need anything. And she's like, oh no, I'm here to support you. And I was just like, oh my God, like, she's just so lovely. Sean and Isha are just beautiful, beautiful people, like inside and out. They're really beautiful. So I can't wait to meet them on Thursday. I'm super excited. Hey, Christy Campbell. Guys, go check out that interview that Christy Campbell did over on Journey to Truth. Yeah, very good. Like an in-person sitting interview. That'd be so uncomfortable for me. Like to sit opposite somebody and get interviewed like that. You did amazing. Wizard Wickers, I don't have wrinkles up there. I just have that one that's vertical between the eyebrows. Yeah, I've got quite a few wrinkles now. See, there. I have 51 this year. I'm 50 and a half right now. Matthew West, good morning. Peace and love. Remember to make time for you. Lollies and no stress. You do so much work. We're super great. You know what? I'm going to be, I'm working on a few cool things at the moment. So the next couple of days, I'm just going to be knuckling down to get my work finished. And then I'm going to be watching a Halo series. Have you guys watched the Halo series? You do need to start watching that because John Whitberg is going to start releasing the Halo USAPs in cinema or USAPs in TV. Hillbilly Herb, how are you? Oh, wow. This old gal is doing yeah. Oh. Julia is always in her authenticity. We think some powerful healing and upgrades definitely happened at this conference. I know something definitely happened. Yeah, so what happened at the Summer Days conference was that as I was doing my presentation about being super soldier stuff, my super soldier brother literally put a post out about me at the same time, right? Which is just weird. So if you ever doubted if Drago Reed and I have a psionic connection, doubt no longer, because he did not know what I was doing. He knew I was doing a conference on Saturday. He didn't know the details of it. And because I'd voice messaged him and said, dude, I'm really struggling to put this presentation together because I know why you need like 2 to 5 hours now, because I've got 35 minutes and I can't do it. I'm freaking out. And he just sent me back a supportive message. And so he knew it was going on, but he didn't have access to the conference. He had no idea what I was doing. At the exact time I was presenting, he put out a beautiful post about me being his sister and what we'd been through in the programs and stuff. It was just insane. So we were both thinking about each other at the exact same time, and I was sharing my testimony and he shared the testimony on Facebook, and it was as if there was an energetic shift in the force, right? There was a shift in the force. And yeah, so that was weird. So the next day I looked visibly different. I looked lighter. Yeah, it was insane. So hey Kim Bam, how you doing? You got the Danny punch. So yeah, so there's loads going on. Tank, create, meditate. About 36 hours ago, I ended up splitting into 3, and a little Tassie had a meteor and sonic boom all happening all over the last 36 hours. Wow, Rachel Carl's a lot going on. Yeah, Christy Campbell, what was that post like? It was insane, wasn't it? It was like, yeah, shout out to Draco Reed, who is like, who's my brother and my super soldier trauma twin, and he's a cool guy. He's a very cool guy. Because yesterday, Michael Koff was saying on the Summer Days, like, the reflection episode, how in the past I said that I was a bit jealous of Michael Koff and his trauma twin, and how they had this really close-knit bond, they'd phone each other all the time, and at the time I wasn't, me and Draco don't talk very often, so I was kind of like, oh, I wish I had that. And then I thought, actually no, I don't need my trauma twin to tuck me into bed at night. We're super soldiers. So we're on a like a parallel mission. We're doing the same work, you know. So it was very sweet of him. Yeah, I knew it would make your day. Honestly, I was in shock when a friend said that to me. I was just in shock because I was just coming off my presentation, and to see that he'd literally done that at the exact same time. Because I actually sit down, I was thinking, well, hang on, how long did it take him to write that? And so that's insane. But he does things like that often. You know, he does. Every few months he'll put something out that's quite impactful, and it's because we don't always have the words to share one-to-one. So we don't talk on the phone or anything like that. We don't. But we do seem to have a telepathic sync, and this is something that I've been thinking about over the last year, if that was there. And I just keep getting more and more confirmations that that is there, because recently we were working on the same project. And I said to him, I'm working on this. And he's like, well, I've been working on this for 3 months as well. And I'm like, okay, yeah, this is weird. Yeah, so I keep getting more and more evidence that we have a telepathic connection, right? Which he kind of hinted to in that post as well. Yeah. So yeah, so then Michael Koff said that he was kind of jealous of having, you know, how my dyad could express that and everything. So he's connecting with his dyad more moving forward. They're going to start collaborating more. Yeah, Joyful Jennifer, you should come on. You can connect with me on Instagram or Discord, yeah, or Facebook Messenger. Yeah, I'm not very chatty behind the scenes. I only have capacity to talk to a couple of people when I come off lives and stuff like that. So I've got like a ground crew that keep me in check. Well, I think I tried to text you and it wouldn't let me. So I don't know if that's my plan on my phone, but it didn't let me text international. In the past, I have tried to text Breakaway Ray, before he blocked me. And I'm not sure if that went through or not, to be honest. Yeah, I know you text Jason, but I tried to text you and it didn't go through. Yeah, my phone wouldn't let me. So if you're on any other service, let me know. Honestly, I'll try again. Okay, remind me, Jason, please. Yeah, I think I tried to text you, like proper text you. I don't text Rob. I talk to Rob on Facebook Messenger. I talk to Jason on Discord. Yeah, so I don't know. I'll try again in WhatsApp. Yeah, because I can WhatsApp people. So I can WhatsApp Sean and Isha. Yeah. Yeah. There's nobody else that I tried to text. So Breakaway Ray and I have texted in the past. No, I've texted him. He's not texted me back, so I'm not sure if the text went through or not. But when we were doing some podcasting together, I know I tried to text him, but he's always like, email me. Can you email me? Yeah. Anchorhaven at iCloud.com. Yeah, you can email me. She can respond via text to my WhatsApps. Okay. Yeah, Jason, remind me later. My head's a bit of a mess at the moment. Rachel Carl says, Drago's post was lovely. Chrissy's interview was fab. Julia, if you look this good after one little conference, imagine what you'll be like after the next weekend. No, I mean, the next weekend is going to be very stressful. So I'm hosting at Bases. I'm stage coordinating at Bases, setting up side podcasts and things like that. So I'm busy at Bases. I'm going to need a rest after I go back from Bases, which is why traveling by train's good, actually, because then I can just relax on the train. Trains in the UK are very quiet now. Everybody's just on their device. It's really eerie. Trains used to be noisy. Yeah, me too. I honestly hate it when people email me. I can't stand it. I hate going into my email, and it's like really annoying. And Miles likes email as well. So Miles sends me text messages. He sends me WhatsApps. He sends me Facebook messages, and he sends me emails, and he phones me every day. So there's a lot going on with Bases. It's like, yeah, it's mad. So he's moved into engineering, prep work, setup, lights, camera, action, and all that. And I'm working with the speakers. Yeah, Hillbilly Herb, I have such email PTSD. I hate checking email. Me too, because I'm actually scared that I'm going to miss something. So, right. Also, I'm on Patreon, so people can message me on Patreon. You can message me on Substack, but I rarely see it. I actually prefer Instagram. I talk to loads of people on Instagram. It's one of my go-tos. Rachel Carl, Julia, when Rob posts the link, yo, DD panel, could you post on your channel? I can't email people in Ninth Hem. They email me first, so my emails to Rob don't go through. Yeah, so Rob is notorious for posting links right before the start of shows, right? He's terrible, right? So yes, I'm gonna try. I actually have another podcast scheduled for 6:30 today, so I've reached out to the person and said, is it okay if we reschedule, because I want to go on this panel. So yeah, I hope we don't put the link completely. Why does it say hey naked? And how did that get through as well? I emailed someone in the US to email Rob on my behalf, however, neither of us have had a response. So did you try emailing typicalskeptic1@gmail.com and that didn't work for you? Yeah, I can email you. Or are you on my Discord? Not my Discord. Are you on my Patreon? So I can chat to you on Patreon. You can't email people in the Northern Hemisphere. Why? Is that an Aussie thing? Is that a weird Aussie thing? Because I email Chloe, right? When I said, after people do a show with me, I email you the the recordings. I don't have any trouble emailing people in Australia, as far as I know, but it's only really Chloe I've emailed. I can't wait to get Chloe back on. She's so awesome. Okay, yes. So today's Monday, and I've got loads going on today with the Breakaway Oracle. So I'm hoping to get some of them posted out today for Americans, but we will see. We will see. I'm a bit behind with schedule. I really, really am, because it's been so goddamn triggering talking about the Aussies. And here comes Aussie Jake. Pass the touchy to the left-hand side, legend. Good to see you. Congrats to the Knicks. Woohoo! Okay. Aussie Jake, how you doing, pal? Great to see you. Joyful Jennifer says, I'm trying to detach from media. It's a struggle when I'm not interested in all that, you guys. Okay, I know. Wizard Workers spent 7 hours working in the yard today. I put up a 90-foot of edging around a privacy fence, put down weed barrier material and 24 bags of wood mulch. Wow, good job. Yeah, so Missing Time says, we've had problems before putting the link public viewable. And yeah, I'm good, Aussie Jake, thank you. I'm good. I've got a bit of a glow going on today. It's subsiding now. So, oh, there's the hairdryer. My son's getting ready for his last exam in high school today. So I'm just going to nip out and see him for a second. Give me 2 seconds. Okay, just wishing him good luck. He's got his very last exam in high school and it's physics. So he's very, very smart. He goes to an engineering school. So yeah, he's much smarter than I am. I cannot help him. That's how smart he is. And he's literally said to me in the past, no offense, but you only got a C in maths and I'm on to get like, the top grade or whatever. So I'm just like, okay, sorry. Yeah. Mario did really good astrology show. Okay, I'm really behind on Rob's shows right now as well, because I've got some projects behind the scenes. Hope you have a good day. God bless you on your mods, all legends. Yeah, we've got some great mods over here. Yeah, oh, perfect. Okay. Yeah, you guys are awesome. Yes, so we're in the run up to the BASES conference now. There's a couple of things I need to do. There's something else I need to do this week. Oh no, it's my basis presentation. So I think I've got the next 2 days to sort out things for Breakaway Oracle, and then Wednesday I've got to finalize my basis conference presentation, because I should get to do it. Oh, my kid is super smart, right? It's insane. And but he's very creative as well. So one of the reasons we came here from India, not that we had much choice at the time, was because in India they're even stricter, and he has, like, you know, a creative energy to him as well. So he does art, he does photography, yeah, and stuff as well. And he's a gamer. Yep. Rachel Carl says, I had a beautiful orb pick for a show and it never went through. I've tried emailing people in the chat, none gone through, so they have to email me first, then we're good to go. So if you go on my posts, yeah, on YouTube, you can actually post on my posts. Did you guys know that there's it's like a community, so you can upload things into my posts. So do go check that out, and see if you can just upload the orb into my posts. Gmail is the worst. Yeah, I use iCloud. I do have a Gmail, but I generally use that just to access the YouTube. And iCloud is fine, but every now and then it just kind of like resets itself. Also, my Facebook Messenger is resetting itself a lot right now, right as I'm about to talk to somebody about something important. There was something else yesterday. Oh, I was talking to a friend about something on on Messenger. And then I went on Instagram and it just was showing me these posts about that same topic, which was like a really controversial topic we were talking about that I'm not even going to share with you. You haven't seen a message update on Ivan? No, not for a couple of days. Yeah, the last one, his voice was really bad. Yesterday, I think he hearted a message. Was it yesterday or the day before? I sent him a voice note with like full spoilers about Disclosure Day. I was just like, right, you're not going to get to see it. Here's what my experience, and he hearted it. So he never responds to me, but he just hearts things. So I know that he's listened to it or whatever. So Ivan Teller does have cancer in the body, so he's still in hospital. He was hoping to be home this week. Last Monday he had brain surgery, and then I think his body went into a bit of recovery. So go and check out Ivan Teller's channel for his latest updates over there. He's been doing like 2-minute updates, and you can hear that his voice, like, he's got tumors in his throat, so his voice is getting affected. And then he'll be talking for a minute, and then all these alarms start going off. And he's like, oh, so it's like his blood pressure or whatever. Oh my God, it's awful. You hear those alarms going off and you think, oh my gosh. So yeah, so annoyingly, I've been myself and sending him voice notes every now and then. So, you know, I love him, and we all love him, don't we, Christy? Yeah. So yeah, shout out to Ivan Teller. I hope he watches my videos. You got this, Ivan. He won't watch my videos. And but Ivan Teller has got a playlist on my channel where we've done some private mentoring sessions together, where he's channeled in those 30-minute sessions for $50. I literally make him channel multiple ETs. In 30 minutes he channels like 5-6 different guides, and we have done like a 1-hour podcast together as well. Which is quite funny because we talk about the planet that we knew each other from, and he talks about one of my alters, which he calls Jet. And then after that, he went on to make this mini movie series with her with the pink mohawk. And I knew it was me because it was how he described her, but also because he put a freaking unicorn behind her as well. And he doesn't like unicorn. He doesn't even like, he said that they were like psychotic. That's quite funny. Hey, Terry B. 12 people chatting. Well, we've got plenty of lurkers. Yeah, so there's lots of lurkers. We love the lurkers. So shout out to my lurkers. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Anchorhaven. This is the Mystical Wellness Channel. And this week, we are going to BASES Conference, BASES 2026 International Disclosure Conference. I'm going to be meeting Heather, source approved. And she was at BASES in December. I'm going to be meeting Slavka, the Natural Sentient. I'm meeting Sean Bond from Psionic League, and I'm meeting Isha. Oh, I just can't wait to meet Isha. She's so lovely on messages to me. Joyful Jennifer is a unicorn. Yeah, so we've got fantastic speakers over there at BASES, and I've been doing interviews. So I interviewed Miriam Beyonce, so go check out her video from a couple of days ago. Thomas Mikey Jensen, who's also Team Bases. So he and I both work with Miles on promotions and websites and stuff like that. Maria Wheatley did a great interview yesterday. She's such a professional, and she sent me a very lovely message afterwards about holding space for her and stuff like that. It was very lovely. So yeah, so I can't wait. There's plenty of people that I wasn't able to get on for pre-bases interviews, so hopefully I'll get them on for post-bases interviews. Apologies to bang on. Has Rob given a time for the panel? Yes, 7 o'clock Eastern is all I know. That's okay. That's okay. Missy Hill also had experiences watching the Disclosure Day movie. Yeah, so I'm hoping she's going to come on the panel. I've had my own experiences. Christy Campbell, have you seen Disclosure Day? What? Missy Type 420 says, you and Slavka should record a choreographed dance. That's not happening. So that's not happening. Oh, Christy, get yourself out. Go on, go and watch it, please. I had an abduction memory come in about me and Brian. So me and Brian Singh were on an ET craft together as children. We were in ET classroom together, and he knows about this. And he and I are very full disclosure. And so there's a scene in the movie when I'm literally looking at it thinking, is this me? Is this me? Did they make this movie about me? Like what the actual? And then it's the boy and the girl, and I'm like, and my mind just went Brian. And I was like, oh shit. Okay, so that was a real thing. that really happened. Matthew West says, if I was your son, I'd take advantage of mom's scientific background and listen. I'm sure you have physics down pat to pass Earth. Well, yeah. I have very selective mind work. Oh, we're getting pushed out. Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, YouTube land. I'm Anchorhaven, and here I am reporting live from the United Kingdom in the northwest of England. I'm in the Liverpool City region, and this week I will be moving down to Bases in Wiltshire to talk about the Bases 2026 International Disclosure Conference, where I will be coordinating on stage live. Welcome to Bases. And so that's going to be cool. So I'm hosting and generally helping Miles stay in check. So Miles is an amazing broadcaster. He's very good at what he does. When you're there, you barely get to talk to him at all because he's just full on lights, camera, action. And it's just like a community hall, but there's a big stage, and he's on stage, right, with all his gear set up, and we're downstage, and he puts like a separate stage there, so it's really cool. Really glowing in the UK. How about that? Takes the gloom away. Yeah, we're pretty glowing here today. Not sure why we're so glowy today. My energies are shifting, so that's good. You sound like Miles talking. Miles on the radio. I did record a radio broadcast with Miles. I think it's coming out tomorrow, but it's already on his YouTube, and I was talking about Peasmore Base and stuff like that. So I do have a memory about being in Peasmore Base. And there is an Alien Bases tour next Monday and Tuesday. There's a Pusey Vale Alien Bases tour, and I probably won't be able to go to that, but Miles was talking about doing a Skywatch on the Saturday, so that's going to be good. So hopefully we'll get to go to that with Sean and Isha. And that'll be so awesome. So you might have guessed the highlight for me is meeting Sean Bond. I can't wait to meet Sean Bond because he and I are quite connected. Soul family from Atlantis, and we do videos together every couple of months. I book in with him for personal sessions. So when I get loads of recall coming in, or I want to like drill into map work or vision questing, remote viewing, I only do that with Sean Bond. That's it for me, because he makes me feel so safe, and he's got the insight that I'm missing. So yeah, I love it. And I know he's not everybody's cup of tea, and I get that, but for me, Sean Bond has been integral in the work that I do. Yeah, so, and if I'm not working with Sean Bond, I'm working with Christy Campbell, right, on these kind of things. So yeah, so shout out to Christy Campbell CC33, who did a fantastic interview on Journey to Truth, which was premiered yesterday. So please go check out that interview, go and give it a like and a comment, because Christy does fantastic work on her channel with her energetic Reiki scan and her consultations and her memory expansion work. Yeah, so do have a look into that. So Christy's got her own playlist on my channel. Okay, mermaid vibes, look at that. 19 chat, so we're down to 13. Yeah, there's lurkers. Yeah, so we get lurkers, so we get plenty of people who don't want to chat. But as Terry said, that she was in the background watching before she was chatting, and it's the same with me on Typical Skeptic. For a long time I was lurking in the background. I thought the chat's too clicky, all these little in jokes they've got, and we're exactly the same now, aren't we? WFW, we're exactly the same. Wherever we go, we start dropping in WFW now. Oh, thank you, Joyful Jennifer. You're welcome, Christy. I'll always support your work because you've really helped me in the last year. Christy's got fantastic books. One of them is right there. You can't really see, but that's the Electra Mission Complete book right there. I can't even get my hand in the right place there. That's her book right there. Mission Complete. Oh, you guys are amazing. So yeah, so we've got a great lineup at BASES conference. So I will be doing some kind of ad hoc random lives, but Slavka's going to be boots on the ground as well. So if I can't set up the side podcast, Slavka will be sorting that out with me. So Slavka's going to be like my podcast coordinator while I'm at BASES. Turkey Lurkey. We're on 748. Oh, WFW. I'm trying to get to 750. That's been a goal of mine for a while. Please subscribe. If you're watching this but you're not subscribed, so you're not able to chat because you need to be a subscriber for at least 5 minutes, please do subscribe to my channel. We do great things over here. Everybody comes together daily to support one another. So yeah, so I've got some, so today I am actually going on Missy Hill's channel. I think it could be 4 o'clock Eastern. Not too sure. I'll check that out. And then after that, I should hopefully be on the Typical Skeptic Disclosure Day panel, because I had an experience and I want to see what everybody else thought. And I know Missy Hill's had some active experience or recall or whatever, but there's some locations that I recall, the device I recall and stuff like that. So, and then I literally had like just emotional moments watching the movie, and I had an actual ET recall moment. So yeah, and I came out of the movie and it's one of those ones for me. So there's only a couple of movies where you leave the cinema and you know that the world has changed. For me, the first one was The Beach. Yeah, with Leonardo DiCaprio. When I left that cinema and I came out the darkness of the cinema into the light, I knew my world would never be the same again. Disclosure Day had a little bit of that kind of energy. So I kind of was walking out, looking around, and then I opened the door into the light. And I came out and I thought, yeah, there's an energetic shift here on the planet. I can feel it. So, hey, Tiffany. And so there was an energetic shift. So straight away, I sent a message over to Brian and said, I really need you to go and watch this movie because I've had an experience of a memory of you and me when we were children. Please go and watch the movie. So Brian doesn't have any memories. I'm hoping maybe they'll start to come forward now. Yeah, it's no point us rating the movie for you. Because everyone's having a unique experience. Like some people really can't stand the movie. Personally, I just think it was a bit underwhelming. But those people in the cinema having different experiences to me. So everyone's getting a unique experience. It's like you're in your own world, right? The lady 2 seats over, she was laughing, she was gasping, she was like, and all this. I'm sitting there thinking, what's she watching? So it was very, very different. Yeah, something for everyone depending on their personal experiences, the level of awareness. Yeah. Well, I went to the very first showing. So I went to a 10:30 a.m. showing. There's only about 6 of us in the cinema. Yeah, so that was good. So missing time, my whole family wanted to go, so we made it a fun event. That's awesome. Yeah. And I bet all of you had very different perspective of what was going on there. So yeah, so I just went to the very first showing when it came out here in the UK on the 10th. And I even said to the person who was serving me, and I was like, have you seen it? And he's like, oh no, we don't get our staff viewing for like 2 days. So can you imagine, everything's coming and as the staff at the cinema, you haven't even had a chance to see it yet. And I was the last person out because I always wait to the very end of the credits just in case they do put something in, because that was a big Marvel thing, wasn't it? And some other movies do that as well. So I waited right to the end. There's nothing at the end. Well, there wasn't here. And then the guy came in and I was like, he's like, did you like it? And I was like, yeah, I did actually. Now, if I can, I'm going to go again today. I'm not sure if I will get a chance to today because I'm a bit behind with my scheduling of the work that I'm doing right now. And yeah, so I've got the next 2 days working on Breakaway Oracle. So I've been working with the Breakaway Oracle physical copies, doing sound bath with them, activations with crystals, putting my energy into them even more. I'm literally handling every single deck and things like that. So when it comes out to you guys, you should feel my energy and activation on there for you. And I'm going to start posting them out hopefully today, but I've got a few things I need to sort out first. So it might be tomorrow now, we will see, but they're going to make their way out from the UK via courier. So if you're here in the UK, you should receive your Breakaway Oracle before the end of the week. Hopefully in America, you should receive it next week at the very latest. So I'm excited to get them out to you guys, and I'll be sending emails out to everybody. So if you've not had an email by Wednesday, please let me know, because I went into my PayPal and I'm like, okay, where are all the orders? What's going on here? Rachel Carl says, I went in protected against subliminal stuff. Subliminal. Also, if I was a real normie, rather than knowing what and who I know, SS had a fab op that he missed, showed which side he is actually on. Interesting. So yeah, everybody, I think it's because disclosure is our business, and I never thought I'd be saying things like that. I never thought I'd be disclosing anything, to be honest. You know, I'm a crystal therapist, right? I'm not like a disclosure advocate, am I? And then suddenly it's like, yeah, you are actually. You know, you're a disclosure ambassador of sorts. You're an ET ambassador or whatever. So but I enjoyed the movie experience. I do think it could have been better. I don't think it was the actor's fault. I think it was the script. And then I listened to a podcast where they said that script was written like 40 odd times or something. Well, there you go. So I do believe it's a hard one, but this is just one of a series of movies. It has to be. This isn't the only movie. Because we're living disclosure right now. But the world's changing, and we're a big part of it changing. Apparently he is Red Shoe Club and has been swapped out. Okay. I think I've missed something there. Oh, about SS, yeah. Yeah. I don't know if he's been swapped out, but he's definitely in the Red Shoe Club. And that's one of the first things you'll notice, because John Whitberg has been doing his review series, USAPs in Cinema, and when he reviewed The Shining, what did he talk about? Very first thing was the colours. Red, gold, blue, green, and what they mean. And that's the first thing I noticed about this movie, how much red was in the first few minutes, okay? So yeah, so pay attention to the colours. That's also disclosure. Pay attention to everything. Yeah, so I don't want to give too much away right now. You just bought a copper pyramid? Yes, it is. It's perfect. So how big is your pyramid? Yeah, everything that goes inside that copper pyramid is going to be cleansed, cleansed, and charged. Yeah, you can put food in there, and the life of your food will increase. Everything. So yeah, copper pyramids are freaking amazing. I've got a big one that you can lay down in. So it's a Giza pyramid, the one I've got, and it's just a big copper pipes basically with connectors, and I take it to retreats, and we sit in the copper pyramid, the one I've got so big. We sit in it with the dragon crystal skulls when we do dragon retreats. Oh, it's amazing. I want to get another one at some point this year. I'm going to be saying, please guys, I want to get a new pyramid. So I want to get a Nubian pyramid that's tall, so you can put a chair, so you can just sit in, and the Nubian ones are really tall. Gotta find a cool new movie that I haven't seen for today. Oh, it's 10 by 10 inches. So that's quite like a nice tabletop. Stick it on your head. Tan, stick the pyramid on your head and let us know what experience you have. Yeah, so that I've got pictures of me with a pyramid on my head. So when I do my Buddy Spirit fairs in the UK, there's a couple. One's called Richard Sound, who I did my gong training with, and his wife, she's the pyramid lady. So they always have a table with little pyramids, different shapes and sizes. So I've got me with a pyramid on my head. I took a photo. Apparently Kep did 42 scripts, and this is what the end result was. Yeah. I think it was just terrible task for anybody. So you got Tibetan copper bracelets. Perfect. Yeah, I do have a copper tiara. And I'm not sure if it's in this or in this drawer or somewhere else. I've got a copper tiara, and Matt from Tennessee, Kentucky Bigfoot, he was wearing his like copper band around his head on one of our videos, and I was looking for my tiara, but I couldn't find it, so I'm going to find that today. Because if I think I'm getting loads of targeting, I put on my copper tiara, and it acts as a protector rather than an amplifier in that case. You found the Giza pyramid is made of limestone, which is electrically non-conductive. So Maria Wheatley does talk about Egypt in the video we did together yesterday. Please go check that out. She talks a lot about the megaliths, the standing stones, the energy that they're, because I'd written a few notes. So I'm saying to us, please can you tell us about the concentric shells and circles, right? And to make it look like I knew what I was talking about. And so I'm a geologist, but she's an archaeologist, yeah? So amazing information she has. Tourmaline, there are 15 pieces on each bracelet. That sounds great. Yeah, I love black tourmaline. I love all crystals. Yeah, I'm a crystal master therapist, so I just love them. You should wear your copper tiara when you're working on your oracle book. Yes, Tiffany, you know what? You're right. You're right. And I do have lines of copper somewhere, so I'm gonna make myself a new bracelet. You are right. You know what, I might grid. So yeah, yesterday, because I've got my therapy bed out and I've got all the decks, so I'm working with 8 decks at a time, and I'm fanning them out and everything because there's a UV coating on the cards. So, and I'm like, okay, so I've got incense going on, I've got like sound going on, and I put a big crystal grid and it's like pointing down towards the cards. So it's so cool, and I've got crystals on the cards and things like that. But yeah, I might put copper around. That's what, maybe I wonder if I can make a copper pyramid. It's a bit thin, the copper that I've got. I might be able to make a small copper pyramid. That's a good project. Yeah, I might be able to twist and make my own little pyramid that's tabletop. Heck yeah. Anki, you're so creative, love it. You know what, I've got a lot of creative energy in my mind all the time. My mind does not stop. I don't really sleep. I try and sleep. I toss and turn mainly, and I think about things, and I go in meditation, and then I come back out, and then I'll sleep for a second, and then I'm just pondering the universe in there all the time. Yes. When I start to connect into my scientific altars, my mind is very strange. There's a lot that goes on in there. And then I come back to Julia. I've copper bracelets I got from downtown Is that Sacramento? I should wear them more. Yes, my dad used to make copper bracelets when I was a kid, so I used to think I used to have bangles like I was Wonder Woman. Since it's a limited edition, are you going to number the boxes? I was thinking about putting something in so that you would know what number you were. However, so the very first sale was Kat. Kat in the chat was the very first sale ever. The second sale was Colleen. And yeah, so I'm not sure, but I'm going to put something in. Like a certificate of authenticity or something. I don't know. We'll see how much time I've got to think about these things today. I'm still trying to work on the logistics of like, have I got bubble wrap? Where's my bubble wrap? Where's my packing? Yeah, so, but it is a limited edition. So even if we re-release, it's probably never going to be exactly the same as this one. Yeah. But once I finish this project, Breakaway, and I get actually I've still got a few things that go with the Breakaway that are going to be for the members on the website, for the owners, for the Breakaway owners. And then I've got BASES conference, which I'll be back from next Monday. My friend is going for an operation on the Tuesday, so my schedule might change slightly next week, because I want to support my friend who's having an operation. And but then I fall into the next edition of the Breakaway, right? John and I have already started to plan out the add-on Breakaway deck, and that's pretty awesome. So because we realized as we were making this one, because we were limited to 52 cards, because there's 2 information cards that go in, that there's things that we didn't get to include. So as we were trying to do the write-ups for the mini guidebook, and then we were thinking, hang on, we should have talked about this. So so hopefully by September I'll have something else released as well. So there'll be packs that can like merge together. Where can I buy your deck? Tiffany, I really felt like you were trying to plug, like, and is your deck available? And where is that available? Remind me. Yeah, it's breakawayoracle.com. Now, the pre-sale price is still there right now. So if you go, I've not changed the pre-sale price until I ship out the first ones. And then I'm going to put the price up on my website. They got an Egyptian vibe. Ah, nice. Yeah. Yeah, go to breakawayoracle.com if you would like to have a look and have a think about the Breakaway Oracle deck, which I'll just grab. The Breakaway Oracle. So this will be available at the BASES conference this weekend. So I'm bringing a limited number down with me. I am restricted because I'm traveling by train and I need to bring, like, I've got a podcast light stand here and all that kind of stuff. But I've created a poster, right? The amount of shit I had with my IA trying to create a poster, it was insane. I had to mock it up in the end on Canva and then put it into my ChatGPT and say, stop changing the images, right? Well, please create something. So I've had a poster professionally printed because I didn't have time to get a foam board made. I work with these special foam board graphics when I go to events. So I just got a poster made and I'm going to stick that on. So when I have my little booth, my stall, my BASES has limited space at BASES, but I'm going to have a little stall set up with the Breakaway Oracle. So go to breakawayoracle.com. So this is a multi-leveled resource for people who are experiencers to help you make sense of your memories. Will it make sense to anybody? I don't know. It's a personal experience. But the process of writing it, John Whitberg and I have really been activated writing this deck. I'm not joking. So I created all the graphics. I created tons and tons of graphics, and then John and I chose them together, and we were like spot on the entire time. The ones he picked are the ones that I was picking, like more than, like, at least 90% of the time where our heads were like completely in sync. And then on the write-up, we've been like, he's put his info, I put my info, so we've really been like collaborating. So it's so cool. So we've had such a fun time on this project. Yeah, WFW. And yeah, so John Whitberg is a fantastic person, and he's really got me through the triggering that I've had trying to write the Breakaway Oracle guidebook. I've had quite a few activations off it. Even he got triggered off it the other day, and we've supported each other through it. You know, I even had like beings in my room with me, and he could sense they were in my room as well, and I'm literally like jumping out my chair like there's something in here with me, and it was just insane. Have you showed the cards? I have showed the cards briefly, but I'm not going to be fully working with the deck till after I've posted it out. So there are healing elements to the cards. So this is Storm, about stepping into your sovereignty. Occult practices. So some of us do have roles in the Breakaway that are dark. We do. We're literally, you know, we work in temples, we work in rituals. So some people do have that. And it doesn't mean that you're a dark person, but that might be memories that you have. So I have memories of being kept in a dungeon. I have memories of being used as a host, like Olivia James does, yeah? So this kind of card is in there. So we've got combat medic. So some people have healing abilities, but you're boots on the ground, so you might have memories like that. Espionage. So we were all trained to be spies. Every single one has certain like surface level training, which was pretty much the same. Many of us have got time travel memory. So each of these cards I've designed to be activating in some way. So there should be something, whether it's the words or the images or the colors, that helps you. Mind fracturing. So there's a few different cards that looks at mind fracturing and alters from different perspectives. So DID, dissociative identity disorder, mind fracturings or alters, we go into that. This one really, I'm still getting some level of targeting on this one. As I tried to talk about the Russian SSP in the guidebook, I got memories coming in that were not they were my memories, but they were activated by my handlers. So I got torture coming in. So that's the Russian SSP. So we are the Russian SSP, guys. Yeah, so they used a mixture of like Russian natives, Americans, British. We were all Russian SSP. So there's different breakaway colonies in there. So there's information about Mars. Everybody is trained on Mars at some point in your training. Project Phoenix is touched on briefly as well. So there were different levels of Project Phoenix. So I'm not putting huge amounts of information in there. It's just enough to get you starting to relate, to correlate your mind. So memory loss. So we look at mind fracturing, alters memory loss from different directions. Yep. So going deeper with Akashic work. So this was a big deal for me. I trained as an Akashic record keeper, and those Akashic record journeys, you actually have Akashic records in the Secret Space program. Okay, you do. And whoever you worked with, you have shared Akashic records. So Drago Reed and I have a shared Akashic record. Yeah, and it opened up for me after the BASES conference. And I've talked about that publicly, how I saw our records opening up and I stepped into a memory from our Akashic records. Okay, so as an Akashic record keeper, we don't just have, like, you know, regular Akashic records. You've got records with your property, records with your business, you've got records with your car. Right? So in the space programs, you literally have records with other comrades and stuff that you can start to access. Yeah. So we work with different factions. So Spencer is actually Umbrella. I talk about a bit about that. And we've got the Project Looking Glass. Now this image is a true representation of the Looking Glass device. Okay. So interesting. Yeah. We do talk a bit about Monic. Everybody's had Monic training. Or been in a Monic program. Monic global program is what I talked about in my presentation at the Summer Days conference. So I'm going to touch on that at the BASES conference if I get time to present, because I am a global Monic asset. Yeah, and Christy and I will all be the same. Christy and I were in a project that's very similar to the Alias TV show, and that's global Monic programs. Yeah, so we were assigned all over the planet. Yeah. Black Pyramids. Could not put in Black Pyramids when it was one of my major activators last year. Was the Black Pyramid literally dragged me into it, basically psionically, and activated my mind. And that's how this basically started for me, was my connection to the Black Pyramids. Unfortunately, I'm connected to the Orion Syndicate, who is terrorists in space. We look at handling from 3 different points of view. Excuse me. So there's handlers around you, handlers observing you, that kind of thing. So Saturn, Centurion. So there's more planets that we could have put in. There's more colonies we could have put in. So they're going to be in the next deck. Yeah. So we talk about battle bonds, trauma twins. Okay. So it's just something I have a lot of experience with. Military intelligence, military analyst. Okay. We all have this to some extent. I'm a military analyst, and my memories are about Cheyenne Mountain. Yeah. Another protection card. So you've got shielding. I work with the elements. So this is about protection and transformation. Everybody trained as an intimate assassin. Yeah, that's part of basic training. Everybody trained to be a honeypot, basically. MK Ultra, we look at it from 2 different directions. Healing, we're looking at it from elemental directions. More planets. Yeah, so alchemy, change. There's 2 cards in there, which are information cards or acknowledgement cards. So they're in there. Jupiter moons is quite important. Being a private contractor. Okay, interesting. Yeah, Solar Warden. My take and John's take on Solar Warden is very, very different to how Michael Goff was talking about Solar Warden and stuff like that. Yeah. We've got different factions. Okay. Now this is a different soldier card to what's actually published, because when my son saw the soldier that I designed, the suit I designed, he said to me, "You can't use that. That's Master Chief." And I literally had to, and I swear it's not, right? It's just the Halo series and all that is based on suits that we wore out there. So I had to redesign the suit. So it is, I've changed it and it's different. It's different in the deck, okay? Breakaway Civilian was a major activator for me. You guys know I got 6 altars rehome. 6 pieces of my soul come back in. I got a new altar present herself, who was Dr. Elizabeth. Yeah, it was mad. So we talk about planets outside this solar system. Oh, it's Felix's birthday. Oh, is Felix 9? Happy birthday, Felix. Yeah, happy birthday, Felix. So Felix is going to get these cards in the next week. So I'm interested to see which card he likes the best. Corporate SSP, so like how things work, basically. Missing time. There you go, Jason. Hybrid DNA. another MK Ultra card. So there's two. This is one of my favorite ones, and it's Assassin. I just love it. I love it. And then we've got Kruger, and you'll notice in my presentation there was a female version, right, of this. Arasaka Robotics. We got targeting from different levels, different kinds of targeting. Scientist. A different faction. We got Japanese faction. Yeah, diplomat. Navigator. So we've got Nachtwaffen. On planet operations. This is a big one for me right now. Elemental. Healing our energies. Doing our shadow work. Yeah, getting anchored. Truth beyond illusion. Soul sight. Yeah, so there's activations that go with this deck that I'm working on this week. So yeah, so not everything is ready yet. I'm a bit behind schedule because I got hit so bad with targeting when working on the Breakaway guidebook. Thank you. Yeah, so me and John have been hit with targeting pretty bad on this project. I'm not joking. It's like, yeah, yeah, James should be writing a book. Yeah, there's a book in everybody. Oh, thank you guys. Yeah, honestly, it's been such a cool project. I love working with John Whitberg as well. So yeah, so there's an acknowledgement to John Whitberg in there because he did put a lot of work in with me, and honestly, we worked really well together. So whereas I created everything and he got like he got input on everything, and then we worked on the write-up together, and yeah, so it was so cool. So as soon as this is finished and Bases is out of the way, I'm literally starting the next one with lessons learned from this one. So I'm keeping the momentum going because it took us 3 months to create this. Yeah, at least 3 months. And it's been a big project. So when the second edition, it's not even a second edition. So when the second deck comes out, then I might print more of the first one, but there might be slight changes to it. I don't know. Maybe. So whoever's getting the foundation copies now, you guys have got that first piece of Anchorhaven history. It's the first thing I've ever published professionally. So I'm pretty proud of us, to be honest. It's been amazing. So I could never have done it without John Whitberg. Never. I can't finish things, you know, and so he's really good because he works on that limited schedule. It really helped to keep me on track, and I had to be prepared and get things ready, and you know what I mean. But honestly, we were so in sync on this project. It was amazing. Yeah, I know, right? So 25 foundation copies. Yeah. So I'm really interested. I mean, everyone's going to have a unique experience, and that's the thing with SSP stuff is like when I had ACIO video pull last year, so they pull a deep Akashic record for you, and the information then did not resonate with me like it resonates with me now. Yeah. Do I worry my customer to spiral into a wormhole? No, because the way I am putting the information out there is very much take your time, work at your own pace. Yeah. So everybody will get what they need from it. It's not going to activate memory cascade. It really shouldn't. You shouldn't get memory cascade coming from the cards. But I will put information in there of kind of, I mean, my main focus, of course, is anchoring your energy. So before we do anything, we get grounded, centered, and protected. Don't compare yourself to what someone else is doing. Okay. And yeah, so it shouldn't be negatively activating in any way, hopefully, but everyone is on a unique journey. So like I was writing about these topics and I had activations just writing about it. So yeah, so it's possible. It's possible that somebody has different levels of healing coming forward or whatever. But this is just a tool. This is just a tool. I wouldn't mind a memory cascade at this point, yeah. So everyone has their own way of doing things. I'm just giving you a tool. How you use that is up to you. If you follow what I'm putting in the book, which is very supportive, questions to ask yourself, essential meanings on things, it's just an invitation for you to go deeper. I've not put everything in there that you would need to activate memories in a way. We're just giving you an introduction to these topics. Yeah, we're giving you questions to ask yourself. We're giving you tools to go deeper into meditation or to work with pendulums to do healing and things like that. Yeah. So yeah. So hopefully everyone will be fine. But of course, you're responsible for your own health and well-being at all times. I take no responsibility for anybody's memories or anybody's healing journey or anything like that. And it's literally stated in there. You remain responsible for your own health and well-being at all times. I'm just giving you a tool that I found useful creating, okay? Exactly. Go by how you feel. Yeah. And you don't have to sit with the cards, right? So you could just shuffle them and say, okay, what energy is affecting me today? So thinking about me personally, if I was to work with it as a regular oracle, what's the message, theme, and energy that's coming forward for me personally today? Oh, I literally had a jumper. Okay, so the one that's literally flown out is Navigator Pilot, which to me is all about psionics and connections with others. So when you open the guidebook on this, there'll be 3 keywords. So I don't believe I am a pilot, or I've not connected with that pilot version of me. However, in the guidebook, there'll be 3 keywords and essential meaning. And when I look at that information, there could be another message there for me, right? So it could just be one of those keywords. I think, oh, okay, that totally resonates with me right now. It's about this topic, yeah? So there's different ways to work with it. So we'll see. But yeah, you have to take responsibility for your own health and well-being, for your own memory. So Misha pulled the Mars card and write a book on me. I had a laugh. I hate writing. Yeah. So we all need to write a book, basically. We've all trained on Mars. Yeah. Everybody, I believe, anyway. And I love the knowledge, insight, intuition I gain through oracle cards I work with. Yeah, I love working with oracle cards, and that's why this was a big thing for me. But at the very beginning, I said to John, like, I've got this idea, and this is what I want to do. And it'd be great if you could help me on this. And he said, yeah, I'm gonna. And I was like, okay, why would you want to help me with oracle cards? And I said, is it not too woo? And he said, no, this is real world practical healing, practical work. This is important. Yeah. So he is also passionate about this project. But it is my project. But he's had a lot of input. Yeah. I think the colours on the cards are activating. Yeah, hopefully. I've tried to make them quite vibrant. But also there's a darkness to the energies on the cards as well, in a way. So they're not all really light and fluffy. Some of them are, but some of them are very dark. Like when you look at the assassin, he's literally walking through a dark alley, right? He's got a pistol in his hand and stuff like that. So yeah, so there's that kind of energy. There should be a balance of energy there. Joyful Jennifer says, I'm learning, opening up, thanks to people like yourself, Julia. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, so we all come together. We all heal together. We are not alone. That's the main message of the work that we do here, that we are here to witness each other's journey, to support each other best we can. But at the end of the day, you are responsible for your own health and well-being. You are. It says it on my channel. My voice is activating. The work I do is activating, but you are responsible. For knowing your limits, yeah, for doing your own research. So this Breakaway Oracle deck is just an invitation to go deeper, to explore into things. So you can work with just the guidebook. You can work with just the cards for information. Yeah, you don't have to see them as a healing tool. You could just think, oh, I want to know more about Monarch, yeah? Why I pop on cheerleader, rah, 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 yeah. Cards are beautiful. Thank you. Yeah, so it did take me a while to generate those cards. I did work with AI on the cards, but some of them I've actually gone in and I've put extra layers in there, and there is a card that I've literally created from scratch in there as well. But all the cards hold my energy, and this is because of the amount of time I spent with the cards and how I had to fine-tune words and everything to try and get the exact thing I was looking for. So it takes a lot of time to generate cards, even when you're using AI to support you and stuff. It really does. So, but it's finding that right energy to the point that I was happy with it and John was happy with it. Yeah. So both of our energies have gone into this project, me and John. So we're excited to start on the next one as well, which will be looking more into roles and possible colonies further, like even further. So the next one is going to be a bit more specific about a certain type of energy. which I don't want to give it away yet. I'm not going to give it away, but it's like, so this is like the foundation, and then there's like add-on packs in a way that are going to come with that. That's the plan anyway. We'll see how it goes. Never know, I might start the next bit and just think, oh, I can't do this. But we're going to go much deeper into a certain aspect of Breakaway Life, or Project Life. So it's going to be really cool. Surprises await indeed. Honestly, for me, it's been very, very healing, and I'm really lucky that I've got like supportive people around me like John and Drago and my friends, to help me through things, because I have got activated creating this project. I have. And you know, and to anybody who's looking to do anything like this, yeah, take your time with it, because these things came in very rapidly for me. So there's a channeled aspect to the things that we've included or not. We deliberately included these cards for a specific reason. So there are plenty of other things we could have done, but they didn't come into our awareness. They're coming into my awareness now. Yeah, so okay, let's expand into this area. Let's expand into that area. Dan says, I will support you as much as I can for as long as I can. I'm so glad to have found you. Yeah, I love you guys. Dan, Big Daddy, loads of babies coming. Just litters of kittens in his house right now. And then we've got the new baby guests coming in. Hopefully tomorrow, maybe. I don't know. Joyful Jennifer says, Jason, text me your opinions about disclosure. Well, we're doing a panel tonight on Rob's show, Typical Skeptic Podcast. And so that's at 7 o'clock Eastern. There's a few of us coming together to talk about what we think of that movie. Yeah, from different perspectives. It's free, vitamin D, milk day. Dan's got a baby farm right now. Every room he goes in, there's kittens everywhere. There's multiple litters of kittens. How wonderful. How wonderful. Yeah. My son's 16 now, and I never thought I'd have a baby. So, haha, yes, Baby Hickey. My surname means nothing. That's so weird. Hickey means something. It means love bite. You know that? It means, oh my God, even your surname is about like connecting to others. Dan Hickey. Why did you pick Dan Guest? It should have been Dan Quest. Beautiful chaos at home. Yeah. Oh, the sound of those kittens would drive me mad. Yeah. Oh, I hope your missus is going to be okay. I know she will. She's obviously a professional by now. She's like your 4th kid or something. Yeah, Dan's having a baby. Dan and Sophie are having a baby. And the baby possibly could be called... I've forgotten. I'm thinking Iris, which is very close to my Japanese oldest name, which is Eris. Erisu. Jane Celia Hatch. How are you, Jane Celia Hatch? It's good to see you, Jane Celia Hatch. My Breakaway Oracle is releasing, posting out some today, from breakawayoracle.com. It's an SSP experiencer activation deck. Help you make sense of your memories. Jane Celia Hatch has been doing fantastic videos on her channel, guys. Please do go check out Jane's channel. She's been on fire recently, absolutely on fire. And I'm hoping to get Jane back on here at Anchorhaven when I come back from the BASES conference. Are you crazy getting ready to move? And you always say you're getting ready to move. Always. Come on. Yeah, if anybody can help Jane with her move, with transport or anything like that, please do reach out to Jane. Go check her channel and see what she's been up to lately, or check her Facebook. Jane, have you watched the Disclosure Day movie? Are you planning to watch the movie? Yeah, Jane, you're always welcome to come and do a monthly show. So that should be awesome. And yes, it is freaky because Jane and I do look very similar. So when we're side by side on camera, it's really weird. It's a wonderful name. Yeah, Iris is a wonderful name. Yeah. Guest is my name. Hickey is Sophie's name. I have no heritage. She has a history name. And yes, Iris. If it fits, right? Yeah, you never really know, do you? So my husband at the time, when I had my son, we had a very strict parameter that he gave me. I reckon if it was now, he probably wouldn't care less about it. But his name has Win, and my dad's name was Edwin. His dad's name was Goodwin, and then his name also had Win. So we said, whatever, you know, if it's a boy, it has to have a Win. Don't forget, in India, you can't tell if it's a girl or boy. Girl or boy, small family is joy, is what they say in India. But it's illegal to find out the sex of the baby beforehand, right? So I just knew I was having a boy, except when I had this one very vivid dream, which I think it might have been a bleed through from another timeline, because I had a girl and she was blonde, right? Why? My son's Indian. So, and he's very handsome. And he doesn't look Indian. He actually looks Korean, right? Because his dad is from very North India, so there's like an Indian Asian aspect to his eyes, I guess. So my son looks like he's from Korea. It's insane, and he has big Korean hair as well, but very handsome. So yeah, so it was like the baby had been born, and then the piece of paper came, and you had to put the name down. So then we agreed on Maxwell. See the preview when I went to see Michael. You saw the preview, okay. So there's a panel tonight on Rob's show, which is about the Disclosure Date movie. Michael's movie was great. It felt traumatic in a bad way, Disclosure preview. It wasn't traumatic, no. It's a bit slow in parts, that's what I'll say. So there's not big trauma. I did get some memory come in, and yeah, Jane Christie's in the chat. I did get some memory come in, and there were a couple of moments which reminded me of being super soldier. And yeah, at least 3 moments reminded me of super soldier activities, because they're like on teams. And yeah, and there was an abduction memory that came in. Maxwin is an awesome name. No, I don't know. It's Maxwin Andrew. So yeah, so of course the Andrew came in because I watched a movie the night before I went into labour, and that movie was The Proposal, and his character's called Drew, and I had that moment of Drew is short for Andrew. What? So he's called Maxwin Andrew. Yeah. I just call him Max. Yeah, Max. Maxwin is a weird name, isn't it? But it's cool because there was another Max in his class. He got called Maxwin all through primary school. Maxwin, 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 Maxwin. You know, and like, can Maxwin play? Yeah. So The Proposal, I love that movie. Sandra Bullock. And what's his name? His name keeps leaving my awareness. The Deadpool guy. He must be doing something not so good right now, because I can't hold his name in my mind. Yes, Drago did give me quite the tribute on Facebook. Yeah, shout out to my dyad. Yeah, he did. And this is because we can't really talk much privately. We don't have the words to talk privately. So every now and then he likes to give me a little bit of an elevation, because I've got the BASES conference coming up this week. So yeah, he did call me on, Ryan Reynolds, thank you. He did call me on stage at BASES in December, but what he didn't really realise, or he could only see something was going on, was that I was literally like bawling my eyes out, right? And yeah, and this was witnessed that I had a major activation while he was talking, and what it was uncomfortable, but then he started talking about Kruger, so then I started to get Kruger memories coming in, being augmented and stuff like that. And Drago's voice, like mine, is activating, so his command syntax upgraded my body during the presentation. And there was another super soldier sitting behind me that literally felt my solar plexus activations, right? Because he's sitting right there in my solar plex. So I got up and I was pacing because my energy was surging. And you guys, if you've watched my videos with Sean or Drago, you'll know that I go supernova. Even Christy and I have probably talked about it. I go supernova, as in I can take out a city block, right? Just like that. So my energy's building and building and building because I'm getting emotional. And then Dr. Amir walks in and he literally like, and I'm like trying to anchor myself. I'm doing mudras to try and anchor myself into the earth and discharge into the earth. And Dr. Amir comes in, and then another guy comes like to try and hug me as I'm about to go supernova. Not a good idea. So like energies, and yeah. So and then Drago comes and calls me on stage, and I'm literally like, ugh. Like, so if anyone had been see that I've been pacing in the side wings, and my energy was going insane, and then he calls me on stage, and I was fine until he said that in the programs my name was Anchorhaven, and you see me go. Like, what the fuck, you know? And because I didn't know that Anchorhaven was my code name. This is my brand name, but it's worked its way into my life because it's my code name. Yeah, it's one of my code names. So okay, yeah. He looks like an actor from Disclosure Day, and yes, yeah, Ryan Reynolds, Holly Weirdos, yeah. Um, yeah, so Kevin Spacey is so much more. Kevin Spacey's actually quite a big name in the special access programs. He's a big freak behind the scenes, but he's linked into the SSP and all that. Quite disturbing. Um, all the hair on your arms are standing up and your cheeks are getting warm. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I like the movie Pay It Forward. Yes, Pay It Forward. There's a lot going on in that movie. And then there's another movie that he did about being an alien. Hot. Why that got held, Mara, I don't know. You said hot and it got held. So many thanks to Draco. So Draco and I, we are literally siblings. So we've got like a real brother-sister relationship. So very different to Michael Koff's relationship with his trauma twin, where they're like quite gentle energy. Yeah, we're not like that. We're like fiery siblings, and they are all disturbing people. Yes, they are in Hollywood. Yeah. Your head crown got hot. Okay, sorry. Sorry, there's a lot of energy today. A lot of energy. Wow. Wow. It's not normally this glowy in this way today. I've been glowing today. Fluffing. Oh, weird. Fluffing, huh? That's gross. Oh, that's so funny. Anyway, so I did get some cards out today. I got the Gods, Goddesses, Guardians cards, which are just one of my favourite Guardian decks. So if anybody would like a card, let me know. No need to be sorry, not ever. Oh. Yes. There is disclaimers on my channel. If you guys have not read my channel description, please go and read it. It talks about do not listen while driving, so my voice is activating. And when I do anything with Drago, you'll notice I put Julia and Drago's voices activating on everything that we collaborate on, which is not very often. Can there be a big difference in ages for trauma twins because of time dilation? Yeah. So I'm 50 now, Drago's 46, right? So I'm 51 this year. So we've got 5 years difference in this biological form. But in the programs, I'm always younger than him in my memory and his memory. So there's memory when I'm like 7 or 8 and he's like 16. Yeah, and stuff like that. So we do have different. Okay, bye 420. See you later. Hopefully see you on the panel. Yeah, that'd be great. Let me just start making a note. Yeah, it really depends on the uses that you're being used for. But he was always older because he was more of a commander. So, whereas it, you know, me being 7-year-old weapon doesn't really make that much difference to me. So Dan wants a card. Terry. About to pass out, Tiffany. Okay, catch you later. Does cannabis retard your memory? Well, Jason's gone. Jason, are you still here to answer that? Wizard Witkiss, you're a 420 as well at times. Herb, are you still here? So we've got a little 420 crew of people. Okay. Disclosure already. Wizard. So I've got Dan, Terry, and I've got Wizard. What time? So it's midnight. So 7 o'clock Eastern is midnight our time. I need to reschedule the guests that I have on my channel because I've got it in my diary for Jay Skyrunner to be coming on, but I really want to do Rob's panel. So I'm going to try and reschedule. Good morning, Nathan Fox. Good morning. We're just getting into the card readings now, so I'm just checking for who would like a card. Working with God's Goddess Guardians this morning. It's 7:30 a.m. So that's 2:30. Wu says, pray for love for all. Tiffany says, where are you? And sorry, Justy says to Tiffany, where are you? Yeah. Okay. Terry says, I think Hollywood wants people to think the actors are like the characters they play. So I don't remember Tom Hanks playing a bad guy. That's so true. That's so true. Yeah. So Christy wants a card. I feel like I've missed somebody. That's why I keep scanning. Weed doesn't, but like all things, moderation is key. It's not good for everyone, in Dan's opinion. Justy. Nathan. Okay. Matty West is still here. Oh my God. Cannabis does not retard your memory. The molecule THC is the same as the molecules we produce in our brain, gut biome. THC won't bind to the brainstem for a reason. So Kimberly. Prayers for love for all and positive healing, says woo. So I've got Dan, Terry, Christy, Justy, Nathan, and Kim. If I've not read out your name, then please pop a new message in. Here we go. I'm just going to pull a collective energy card first so we can see what the messages, themes, and energies are for the planet this week as we move into disclosure. So what are we doing well, please, as a collective? What are we being supported with? And general guidance as we move forward as a collective. Interesting. What we're doing well as a collective is the love energy. So that cosmic divine love is what's bringing us together. So we've got the energies of Aphrodite coming in. Yeah, so we are uniting with eternal love. We are, which is great. As we move forward, we've got Asclepius, sacred medicine. So especially because the Disclosure Day movie is coming out, we are healing right now. Yeah, people are starting to open up to healing, especially voice activations, ear, nose, and throat activations is what's going on for the wider collective. However, as we move forward, it's past life healing. We've got Hecate coming in. And I think Christy resonates as Hecate, was I'm more of the Morrigan. And Hell. So past life healing with Hecate. So we're opening up the ways, the keys, the doors are opening up to the Akashic Records for past life healing as a collective. So this is like a reset on the karma coming in. People are starting to close off old karmic lessons and patterns. So just know you actually have a choice in that kind of thing. It's not like you're set into the same karmic lesson forever. At this point, as an Akashic keeper, I can say you're getting to the point where you can weigh it out and say, have I learnt my lesson? Please can I close that off now so I can move forward with ease and grace, yeah? So just know, like Hecate, Lady Portia, even Guan Yin, they can really help you to resolve your karma. Hell is coming in as balance, so I'm the Norse goddess Hell, and I'm stating, yes, we can bring in balance. We can bring in the weighing of the heart in a way to bringing in compassion. It's very much about compassion when you're looking into the past life healing now to see if your karmic lesson can be closed out. Okay, it's about that compassion in action, the grace energy that you're anchoring in. If you're moving into grace, then yes, we can start to close off some of that karma. Basically because we just need to move forward quickly now. Yeah, we haven't got time to be cycling around on the same karmic shitty lessons. Yeah, it's time to take command of your pathway, okay? Right, so that is for collective energies. Okay, so the next reading is for Dan. So I'm just going to check the messages, themes, and energies for this week for Dan, please. So what's going on and what's the guidance? Take a deep breath. Okay, so this is for Big Daddy Dan. That's the new nickname until he has all these babies. Sorry. And this is great. This is awesome. So this is for Dan, okay, who is the immortal spaceman. And you've got Apollo coming in, and it's divine messages. Yeah, so I do believe that a new baby that's coming through, I believe that she's a very old soul and that you have connected with her before. So just looking into her eyes, hopefully is going to activate something for you. Yeah. As you move forward, we've got Persephone coming in. So it's a new beginning. Yeah. It really is a new beginning for you, and you're going to feel as if it's the new spring energy coming in. So this is great. So new baby coming in. Yeah, overall the message is very positive. Yeah, so we hope everything goes well. Sending lots of love and blessings to your partner, to your family, to your 2 litters of kittens that you have right now as well, and to the baby mama kittens, cats. Yeah, so divine messages and new beginnings are coming in for Dan. Okay, so the next one is Terry. Dan is a very fertile man. He's very handsome as well. Yeah. The only thing is with babies, because I'm not very good at expressing things sometimes, so you'll hear me say, wow, very symmetrical. So that's the, you've got a good looking baby. If I say anything else, I'm thinking, all babies look fugly. Yeah. Every now and then, like my son's dad sends me pictures from when like he was little and stuff like that. And you think, oh, you know, it's a good looking kid, right? But my son's like a man now. Terry B. This is for Terry B. So what's going on for Terry? What's the guidance, please? Ooh. Okay. One of my favorite gods has come out. So you've got Mao and Lisa coming in about balance. So this is masculine, feminine balance. You've got the Hieros Gamos balancing within the body. Yeah, so this is really good. So whatever you're doing this week, it is going to be more balanced. If you're not feeling balanced, then that's an opportunity to get very grounded. Sit with a nice coffee or cacao, or treat yourself to some dark chocolate this week, because this is all about balance. Yeah, so whether it's coming back into balance or remaining in balance, we're going to do that in nature. We're going to do that by grounding. You're also going to do it with the trees as well, because we've got Oma coming in. So he is the god of the tree language. When you look at the Oem runes, so yeah, it's pronounced Oem. He is Oma. He's saying watch your words this week. So before you say anything that's potentially tricky, just take a deep breath. Yeah, and then watch your words. So watch what's on your mind as well. Don't be too hard on yourself. Okay, so Oma is coming in as a beautiful god energy. He is very much for inspiration, poets, writing, that kind of thing, but he's also helping you think about what's on your mind, the words you think, the words you say. So Oma, he created the tree language, that's all lines and, you know, vertical and horizontal lines. So it might be an opportunity to have a look into divination, to have a look into the language of the trees, to go and talk to a tree, lay your hand on the tree and say, would you like to be my guide? Would you like to be my guide? Which tree would like to work with me today? Okay, so Oma is one of my favorite gods to work with. He's just a very beautiful energy. I used to work with somebody who looked exactly like him. I'm not joking. And this guy was also called Dan. And he was very outspoken, very, very outspoken. So that was weird, but he looked exactly like him. Very handsome. Okay. Next I've got Christy Campbell. Literally was on Journey to Truth. Good night, Jane Celia Hatch. We're connecting with you soon. I hope you're okay. Good luck with your move. If anybody can help Jane Celia Hatch with her move, check out her Facebook. Sometimes she's saying, can anybody take me from this place to this place or whatever. So this is for Christy Campbell. You know what, there's a card here that I swear I've never seen, and it's so weird that that's happening lately, but I think I'm definitely getting a lot of mind wipes, she says as she pours her Pepsi. My mind wiping black goo device. But yeah. Okay, so we're working with, there's a goddess that's come out, and not everybody likes this goddess, but we're working with the energy of what she's talking about. If you don't like the actual goddess herself, who is Isis, she's talking about sacred contracts, yeah? So Isis energy can be a very loving energy, but it can also represent like legal matters and things like that. Sacred contracts, so having a look at the contracts around you. So this could be about your personal soul path, like the karma that we talked about before. It could be about new things opening up to you. I do see like a Y shape, like fork in the road. So you're going to have options coming in for Christy Campbell. Christy and I are quite connected, so it's so yes, you're going to have options coming in, but there's also, have a look at the Ankh energy as well. The Ankh is a mirror, so it might be a nice energy to work with the Ankh this week and see what you get.
Yes, you are getting asked to try and channel the Egyptian energies this week as well, and just see what comes forward when it comes into like light language hieroglyphs for you. So sacred contracts is a theme for Christy this week. We've also got the energy of Lemuria, and we've got joy coming in. So you've got merfolk coming forward. You've got the mermaids of Lemuria. Christy is very connected into undersea programs, Seagate, dolphins, the merfolk herself anyway. So this might be an opportunity to connect in with sea energies, but also just to bring in the energy of joy, just to anchor in joy. You're a very joyful person. A lot of people see you that way. But you're also very much about balance and lone wolf energy as well. But yeah, so this week, focus on what you enjoy. But just know that there are options coming in for you this week, and you might get choices. Yeah, so take some time and follow the ones that make you feel light. If something makes you feel heavy, that's not the right option for you this week. But just see how you feel about working with Isis, Egyptian energies, and that Lemurian, joyful, crystal light activation energy this week. So hopefully you'll get some crystal light beings coming in for channeling this week, which would be so good. Who wouldn't want to connect with beautiful Christy? So go to ChristyCampbellCC33.com. Check out Christy's channel. She's doing some great work over there. And Christy can help you expand into your memories, make some sense of things over there. She can do light language for you, usually light language readings. There is a playlist on my channel for Christy Campbell, so do check that out. I need to make sure everything's in there, to be honest. And yeah, so Christy and we've worked together quite a bit in the last year. I booked in for quite a few private sessions which I've made public on both of our channels, so do go check them out. It's a new moon. Okay, so new moon energy for me is about course corrections. Yeah, that's how I work with new moon energy. So it's like you set some big intention at the full moon, and now it's time to really think, okay, is this working for me, or do I need to fine tune what I'm taking for the next part of the moon phase, yeah, the moon cycle. So have a look into that. But the main message is about joy for Christy Campbell this week. So joyful, beautiful, Lemurian, light, crystalline energies coming in for Christy. Okay, I've got Justina. Okay. I was thinking normally I have a big bell just there. I was about to reach for the big bell, but it's not there because I was teaching in person a couple of Saturdays ago. I need to, things just stay in bags. I have kit bags for different retreats. I have like an Atlantean bag, a Lemurian bag, a dragon bag, and things like that. Woo's got some very sad news. Woo, is this a joke? And I don't mean to say that. If you really have sad news, I'm sorry. Woo, share your news before I move on. I'm sorry. Share your news. Oh, woo. Please let it not be about the dogs. Brent from Paranormal Portal Podcast passed away. He just did a live stream Saturday night. Oh, wow. I'm not familiar, but Paranormal Portal Podcast. Oh, wow. Do we know if he was unwell? What was going on? That is sad. Yeah. I'm sure Rob will be talking about it tonight then, when we do the live streams tonight. Yeah. Okay. Oh, sorry to hear about that. He looked normal Saturday evening and now he's gone, right? Honestly, I just don't trust the energies in the world right now, and I know I shouldn't say that, but I just don't. He looked normal Saturday evening. You never really know what's going on in people's worlds, right? You know, like last year, you would never have known that I couldn't walk and stuff like that last year. I'd had a foot surgery, although I was very public about it, but you would never have known that if I hadn't shared it with you. So sometimes we're going through massive upheavals. We don't really present that publicly. So I hope he was okay. Yeah, keep us updated. Sorry to hear about that. Oh, okay. So blessings. Blessings. Okay, this is for Justina. Ooh. Okay, what's Justina doing well, please? And her guidance. Okay, very interesting. So we've got Hathor energy coming out. So when the Hathors come out, it's soul family, divine love connection. So this is what's going on with you this week. It's possible that somebody new is going to connect with you and you're just going to like instantly match their energy. But also you're being reminded about self-love. Yeah. So letting your sun shine bright. And taking some time for yourself this week. Again, we've got the joy card coming in for Justina. So taking pleasure in the things that you do this week. Also, I'm drawn to the crystal energies here. I'm drawn to the sacred geometry above. So crystal light activations, working with the sun energy for Justina. Yeah. Okay. Oh, feel bad. His family prayers for all. Yeah. So sorry to hear that. Yeah. We're dropping like flies, guys. We are dropping like flies. But Miriam Yonsei, when she did that interview with me a couple of days ago, and she was talking about how if she did pass tomorrow, she'd be content because she's lived her life every day, you know, as if it's like the last day or whatever. So she has no regrets. She's happy. She knows her mission, whatever. And if it was her time to go tomorrow, she'd be okay with that. So that's how we need to live our lives, isn't it? We need to just say the things that are on our mind. We need to put it all out there, and we need to express love with people and stuff. Yeah. So some of us don't have the words, like me and Drago don't always have the words to connect personally as brother and sister and stuff. So, and then he did that post the other day and I did that presentation. So we honor each other's energy with our actions is what I'm trying to say. So we do gestures, you know, to say I'm thinking of you, that kind of thing. So please do something nice for yourself and those around you this week. Joyful Jennifer says, everyone has their time. I hope this is received with the utmost love. Yeah. Wizard, no, because you're not on my list. You're at the bottom of my list now, so don't worry. Sorry, I missed you. I knew I'd missed somebody. That's so weird. It'd be very good if I went tomorrow, says Joyful Jennifer. I'm very blunt, to the point. Either you receive me or you don't. I'm good. Yeah, I'm the same. I think it's all just different missions, isn't it? You know, if I had to go tomorrow, I think I'd be okay. My son's 16 now. I've been trying to raise a man, you know, who can take care of himself and who sees things, and trying to raise that like 2.0 version so he doesn't fall into the same patterns and stuff. But you never really know, because I know my son's in the super soldier programs, and knowing that, it would have changed my perspective on some things. But you know what, when he was young, I put him through boot camps in the summer holidays. I put him in things with like Marines. I put him into like bush skills. I put him into after school clubs where he's learning first aid and like engineering and stuff like that. I put him through training. And I think it's because of the zombie apocalypse kind of timeline. I just wanted him to be prepared, right? You know, Sarah Connor. I wasn't as bad as Sarah Connor, but do you know what I mean? So I took those opportunities to make sure he had real practical skills. So if anything did happen, he would know how to light a fire, how to build a shelter, and, you know, how to have endurance. And I really did. So probably... Thank you. So I did try, because when I was growing up, I was raised as a boy, basically. My dad had a boy and 3 girls, and my dad was very militant, so we were raised very strictly that way. But I did do Girl Guides and Girls Brigade and all these things, you know, I did. And I did Duke of Edinburgh as a thing out here, which is all about orienteering, map reading, hiking, you know, those kind of practical skills. So I did put him through those kind of things when he was younger, basically because I was a single parent, and I was looking at what holiday clubs and things like that were available that would be more practical than just him playing. I mean, he did have plenty of playtime as well, but when the Marine boot camp stuff came up, I put him through it. I did, you know, and he didn't always like it, obviously, but it's practical skills. Yeah. You're gonna send me some short videos on real zombies. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, so you try passing on stuff not everyone's receiving. Exactly, it's hard at times. Yeah. So before I started podcasting, the people around me just were not open to anything I had to say. My point of view was never their point of view. So it's really important that we have these communities where we can come together and we can witness each other, we can be heard and seen, and it's the right dialogue. Yeah. So I have evening groups in the UK as well. So Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, I have like a wellness group I do on Zoom for my UK ladies and for my members. So if you're a member on YouTube, you need to send me a message so I can give you access to those groups. If you're on my Patreon or my Substack, then you'll have the Zoom links to these groups. They are on UK time though, that's the only thing. So, but it's a unique connection. It's very important connection. Joyful Jennifer says, my point of view isn't always received, and I'm good now. Yeah, you're just not with the right people at the right time. Yeah, because even working in construction, I could say the right thing, but I would never say it the right way. And then somebody else might hear what I'm saying and translate that into mansplain language or whatever, and then they get all the credit for something that I'd originally said, right? And they used to frustrate the hell out of my sister, who was one of the owners there as well. So it was, yeah, I just never say things the right way to be received in that particular audience. Yeah, so I had the skills, just wasn't in the right place. Yeah, and I'm fine with that now because I love the work that I do now, and I dread the thought of having to get a real life Muggle 3D job. However, I am in applications for things. If I can get money to support my community, I'm going to do it because there's things I want to do, there's things I want to see. Plenty of things I need to repair in my home as well. I need new hearing aids and stuff like that. So I need a salary, unfortunately. Kids need practical skills. You've got 3 boys. Yeah. So my son is a gamer. He doesn't even really ride a bike. You know, he can swim, but he's not the best. But I really did try. I put him in judo, karate. We did football. We did everything. Yeah. Unfortunately, he likes to game. That's what he likes to do. And it's not that there's anything wrong with gaming, because in the future he'll be like a fighter pilot or something when he's going to need those skills. And as an Olympian child, what do we need in the future for Project Oblivion? We need the hackers. Okay, so he's going to be one of those hackers. Yeah. Dan's at work right now where every day's a school day. Dan works in a school. So yeah, my fridge, honestly, my fridge door doesn't close anymore. It hasn't sealed in months. So I'm working with just like the crisping tray at the bottom of my freezer. And your son's got a black belt. That's awesome. Yeah. So that's really cool. Yeah, my son has got smarts, but there's plenty of things when I'm just like, can you just try? Can you just try and use your brain? I have trouble with his dad though as well. This guy keeps coming out. Divine Messages keeps coming out. It's actually come out 3 times just as I'm shuffling and moving the deck around. This is Apollo. Let's just check Apollo's message. So it keeps coming out. Okay, signs are being sent to light your path. Pay attention to the whispers of spirit. Apollo is the multifaceted Greek god of light and prophecy. He was a great musician and ruled over poetry, dance, archery, illness, medicine, oracles, and the sun. Apollo held the gift of prophecy. His oracle at Delphi was the greatest in ancient world, consulted by the wealthiest and most influential people in Greece. From inside the temple, a priestess called the Pythia would channel Apollo's sacred messages, and priests wrote them down. The temple still stands on Mount Parnassus today. Apollo is a conduit for divine guidance and signs, sacred signs. His symbols include the wolf, dolphin, swan, laurel crown, golden lyre, is that? Don't know, and silver bow. So wake up, the divine realms are communicating with you. Sweeping in upon his shining chariot, Apollo comes to illuminate the stream of heavenly messengers that are being sent your way. Blonde curls gleaming in the sun, Apollo sits down next to you and starts to play rapturous music on his lyre, I don't know. A wondrous intuitive language is being spoken through signs and synchronicity. Spiritual guides commonly send symbols like feathers, rainbows to remind you of their presence. Pay attention to words, phrases, overheard, conversations, songs, lyrics, music, colours, images, symbols, and patterns of numbers that you experience repetitively. You may have a sense of heightened awareness or sudden stillness as the sign is delivered. Divine messages will always be kind, loving, encouraging, and positive. They don't tell you to do anything. Rather, they nudge you in the right direction of your highest good, reinforcing your inner knowing. If you don't understand a divine message, ask yourself, if I really knew, what would this sign mean? Interpret it kindly and trust yourself. So Apollo, help me interpret the language of spirit, please. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Oh, your son's good at archery. Yeah. Every now and then I say things to my son. You know, like when your mind's like super analytical and you can analyze all the data around you and maybe even see it holographically, and he's like, no. So I just test the water every now and then. You know when you get this feeling in your body, and I'm like trying to sense if his psychic senses are kicking in or not. Okay, Nathan Fox, if you're still here, this reading is for you. Nathan Fox, the super soldier, Nathan Fox, Nathan Wasey Witch Fox. Nathan has a very deep voice. Ah, interesting. You're not gonna like this, but it's not the God that we're connecting into, it's the message of the God. Okay, so first of all, we have got sacred contracts coming back out with Isis energy, so I'm gonna get the mantra on that. Then we've also got Thoth coming in with divine masculine, so he's just representing the divine masculine energies. So when we step into the masculine, this is the right side body energy, which is the dominant energy. Yeah, so the left side body is that feminine, quiet, gentle, psychic energy. The right side body is that dominant, light, loud, bright, masculine. See me, hear me. I'm using masculine energy to do this, but I also lean on my feminine energy to bring forward messages. Yeah, so it's that balance coming in. So you literally have the masculine and feminine energies balance coming in. I'm just gonna, because we've already worked with Isis, I'm just gonna get a deeper message from Isis for you. Your sacred contracts are rooted in whatever you most dream of being, doing, and giving. One thing is clear when you draw this card: you're expanding beyond all limited ideas of who you are and what you think you can do. So don't fear this process. It can bring karmic soul healing for your entire lineage, and you'll feel free to be fully yourself. So this is Isis's message. Thoth. It's a bit of an asshole, to be honest. A soul teacher is coming into your life, embodied in divine masculine qualities, clear communication, self-inquiry and understanding, connection to emotions, reverence for the awakened feminine, responsibility for actions and connection to spirit. So your purpose is to activate the divine masculine on earth. This mission will take you into numerous life lessons and personal trials as you heal your heart and awaken to your spiritual wisdom. So there's a new mentor or guide or opportunity coming in for you. It could be a new spirit guide energy even, but there's somebody new that's quite divine masculine coming in to support you with your work, Nathan. You've also got the divine feminine energies there for you, which is your psychic work, your psychic development. So this week, what's the main message for Nathan this week, please? Recording your dreams. Recording your dreams is very important this week. So documenting, working with that throat chakra. So this is for Nathan, yeah? So I'm not sure if he's still here with us, but you can watch that back, Nathan. Okay, so that's quite an interesting message. The next one I've got is Kimberly Bamford. Kim Bam. We are amazing. We are amazing. Da, 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 da. He wants nothing to do with energy work, yeah. Now, my son is actually a Reiki master. He was attuned as Reiki master on birth, basically. So I was already a Reiki master. So if you are attuned to plenty of energies, that passes directly on to your children. So we used to do Reiki together when he was little. And he'd have a Reiki bear and I'd have a Reiki bear. We do distance healing for my clients when I lived in India. And then at 5 years old, it just changed. The ego came in, it just changed. Yeah, that's it. So this is for Kimberly Bamford. Yeah. Oh, don't you think that was interesting what Maria Wheatley said yesterday about, please go watch back the video of Maria Wheatley. She's a fantastic powerhouse woman. So she was talking about how the long skull people from like Stonehenge, as she started to look into that, she discovered that they were tattooed, that they had big spaces in their ears, that they had piercings in their body and stuff like that. And when she spoke to her daughter, she said, well, that's actually like my generation. So she believes it's like a cycle of those people coming back into the now, right? So I mean, so you know, we all kind of love to adorn ourselves and activate our energies with tattoos and sigils, that kind of thing. I know Draco's got spaces in his ears, and I don't have anything like that. I've had plenty of piercings in my body. I don't have any right now, but I did have, and so I think that's really interesting. So Maria Wheatley was saying that she's interested to see what the younger generation receive and feel when they're in the sacred sites, because there's like that energy's coming back forward now. Okay, so Justina, no, Kimberly, this is for you. Kimbam. Okay, what's the guidance for Kimbam? Are we sure? Take a deep breath. Yeah. Well, you know, it's like, I'm not too sure what he hears about my work and stuff. So there was a time last year when I used to FaceTime David Purcell on a weekly basis. We used to do weekly shows, or we connect in on FaceTime. And so there's me having these really random conversations. And my son would walk in the room and ask me a question. And me and David are both like, As we were literally talking about vampires in Scotland and, you know, undersea contracts and portals and stargates. And my son's like, hey, mum, can blah, blah, blah. And he's like, okay, it's a really weird conversation, right? So I used to always think, you know, what does he think of the work I do? So this is Kimberly Bamford. Now, we do have a goddess that has repeatedly come out. And it's Isis. So Isis is here with us with her sacred contracts. So I'm going to go deeper into her message in a second and see what she really wants to tell us. You've also got the Avalon Priestess energy, intuitive awakening coming in. This is for Kimberly Bamford. So you're starting to remember. You're starting to remember the old ways, who you were before. You're starting to connect. So when Avalon energies are coming in, we do think of Merlin, but I also think of Morgan Le Fay. So if you're looking for a goddess to work with, think about Morgan Le Fay, Morgana. Start to look into that, because there's many faces of Morgan Le Fay. So there are times when I do embody, especially when I'm heading down south. So I'm going to Wiltshire on Thursday. I will be tuning into my Avalon self as I go down and connecting into those energies of the Isle of Avalon. Now, I'm not going to Glastonbury. I just don't have the time, energy or money to do that. But I will be, I'll be connecting in with the Morrigan. Yeah, so I do embody an aspect of the Morrigan or Morgan Le Fay. Yeah, so have a look into that as well. So Isis keeps repeatedly coming out. So I'm just going to go deeper into her message right now. So Blessed Isis, we do honor you. Please be clear. So Isis was worshipped in ancient Egypt for over 7,000 years. Her devotees were prevalent throughout both the Greek and Roman occupations of Egypt and spread into the wider Mediterranean. She encompassed the magic power of all other deities and therefore was known as the Lady of 10,000 Names. Yeah, so she connects in with all the divine feminine goddesses. Isis played a central role as spiritual teacher and mother to the great leaders of ancient Egyptian civilians. Within goddess spirituality, she's known to hold unique keys to sacred feminine powers. Mary Magdalene was initiated in priestess magic under the tutelage of Isis. Queen Isis gods are sacred contracts to the great goddess. She helps us rise above past limitations to fulfill our soul's deepest role on earth. So her message is a life-transforming process is underway. Deep from the underbelly of the Great Mother, a wake-up call is sounding. Holding out her golden Ankh symbol, Queen Isis speaks to you. It's time to develop and share your deepest soul gifts. You're activating sacred contracts to your divine feminine mission on earth. These are spiritual agreements that reside in your consciousness. There are many ways to answer your contracts. If you commit to healing from trauma, you'll be an inspiring example. If you choose to live from your inner truth, you'll make it possible for others to do the same. Your sacred contracts are rooted in whatever you most dream of being, doing, and giving. One thing is clear: when we keep repeatedly drawing this card, we're expanding beyond all limited ideas of who we are and what we think we can do. So Isis says, I bring your relationship with your mother into healing space and may guide you into therapy. Don't fear this process, as it can bring karmic soul healing for your entire lineage, and you'll feel free to be fully yourself. So Isis is healing the mother line. Yeah, so she is healing the mother line. And even as I read the words, I could feel a gentle flush on my left side body. So this is for all of us, masculine or feminine or however you identify. Yeah, Isis is coming in to cleanse the mother line energies, okay? To allow us to move forward on the planet. We're breaking the chains. That's right. The buck stops here. So Isis is saying the buck stops here. But she is bringing in that cleanse of the full mother line. And then that Thoth energy was coming in to bring in that cleanse of the father line as well. So this is powerful energy that's happening right here, right now. We are literally breaking the contracts. We're breaking those chains. We're moving forward. We're having that intuitive awakening. So this is Kimberly's reading, but in a way we can all take from this reading, okay? Now the last reading I've got is for James. This is 7 minutes past 8. The buck stops here, baby. Yeah. I don't have any green thumbs. I am on the darker side of the witchery, unfortunately. I don't do anything dark, but I anchor the balance. La, la, la. I love Selene, the goddess who's the moon. She's the only like moony goddess I work with. And I love Breed, the goddess Bridget, the Celtic goddess. This is for James. I also love Ellen of the Ways. You know, Ellen of the Ways is a magical... oh, you got 3 cards, James. Words are powerful. I've heard I have Hathor connections. Okay. I don't have Hathor coming out, however. 3 cards did come out for you, which has not happened for anybody today. I kind of see why. So you do have the goddess Rhiannon, which is about inner strength. So Rhiannon is the goddess who's the horse, and this is about her story. It's quite tragic, really, but it's about the burdens that we carry. Yeah, so her story is about the burdens that we carry and being seen and being noble, and just kind of like dealing with your lot and perseverance. Her story is about that. But there's also, when you think of horse energy, we've got the 4 legs, we've got the stability. That's kind of who you are. So this week, just have a look and see what you're carrying. Is it yours? Do you need to be carrying those burdens? Or can you question and say, is this mine? Who does this belong to? And start to lighten the load a little bit, okay? You do have Imhotep coming out, and I literally can't look at this card without thinking about the Mummy movie. Imhotep. Imhotep. And it's a vision, so I'm going to go deeper into this one. It's visionary. I'm going to go deeper into that one. But you've got King Neptune coming in. You've got sensitivity. So you've got this beautiful emotional sensitivity, water energies coming in for you. Okay, I just want to go deeper into the visionary message, because you've been getting a lot of activation and energies coming in lately. So designing the future, fusing ancient wisdom with modern methods. Imhotep started life as a commoner, but through his visionary genius became enormously influential in Egypt during the 3rd dynasty. He was a high priest of Heliopolis, vizier to the king. Am I a vizier? V-I-Z-I-E-R, a vizier to the king and chief architect of King Djoser's Step Pyramid, which paved the way for the Great Pyramids. Known as the first physician, Imhotep was practicing medicine for over 2,000 years before Hippocrates was even born. His legacy was so profound that after his death, he was elevated to god of medicine and architecture. Without Imhotep, modern medicine might not be where it is today. So his message It's a clear indication of your visionary gifts, your soul's intention to create pioneering change through implementing divinely inspired ideas. There is no doubt that you've come to Earth to redesign infrastructures, stir up the pot of established protocols, and use innovative and progressive methods to evolve humanity. You're a visionary, guided by the divine to implement projects that can help, heal, and inspire our world. So what do you want to improve or innovate? Maybe you're a teacher who's frustrated by the education system, or a medical professional who'd love to combine modern medicine with holistic treatments. Perhaps your passion lies in environmentalism, politics, science, or fighting prejudice and injustice. If you're passionate about what needs to evolve, then you're the one who can make a difference. Imatep is guiding you step by step. Take it one day at a time. Break the big vision down into manageable chunks. You can be a trailblazer who fuses ancient wisdom and cutting-edge technique. This is your time to change the world, Wizard Whitkus. Okay, there we go. That's it for readings today, guys. Right here, right now, James. Unloading people, places, things. Still doing it. It'll be ongoing, says Joyful Jennifer. JJ. It's great to see JJ in the chat, because you went dark for so long. We didn't know where you were. And sure fits. Woo fucking who? James, that's who. Okay, I'm currently fed up, resting, regaining strength. I'll be ready again, says Joyful Jennifer. Yeah, you got this, girl. You got this. Okay. Sweet Success is coming out from Oshun. Sweet Success. We've got this. We've got this. Okay. So, it's 12 minutes past 8. I'm Anchorhaven, and this is the Mystical Wellness Channel. I'm broadcasting live from the United Kingdom. And later this week, I will be at the BASES2026 International Disclosure Conference, where I will be hosting and coordinating the event along with Miles Johnston, who brings fantastic media. So please go check out his YouTube channel, Bases Project. I've got a couple of videos that are like prominent over there right now. There's a video about me talking about SSP, about recall, about the breakaway, and about Peacemore Base here in the UK. There's the SSP disclosure panel is also over there on Bases TV, where he did that professional edit for us. So do go drop a comment and a like over there. You'll know it's the one because it's got Tiffany's face right on the front. Hey, Wasamatao, good to see you. I'm just finishing up here. So I will be working on the Breakaway Oracle over the next few days. I'm going to be shipping it out very, very soon. I have had a few setbacks last week, so I am behind schedule, so please bear with me. But everybody should get their Breakaway Oracle in the next 2 weeks for sure. I'm just working with the guidebook right now of finishing that off and whatever. It's been a very successful project, so hopefully it's successfully well received by those who bought the initial founder copies. I will be taking the Breakaway Oracle with me to Bases conference this week, where I will be arriving on Thursday down in Wiltshire, meeting up with Sean Bond, Isha, Dr. Amir, Slavka the Natural Sentient, Heather Source Approved. Hopefully Ilvia will be coming as well, so you guys may know Ilvia from Christy Campbell's channel. She is a lovely lady. I'm going to be meeting up with Maria Wheatley. We did a podcast together yesterday, which was very good. Thomas Mikey Jensen, we did a broadcast together yesterday. Miriam Yonsei, we did a video recently. So do go check out the recent lives I've done, because these are all people who are going to be speaking at the Bases conference, or who have just spoken at the Summer Days conference with Gina Virginia Casella. Now, Gina's replay is available for $10. On the winter solstice, it will go for public access, but right now it's $10. So please do support her channel if you can. Check out Gina Virginia Casella over on YouTube, or go to the buymeacoffee.com/Gina Virginia Casella, because guys, that was such a healing weekend. Like, the conference on Saturday really was story, species, story, medicine. We all did have like healing, either creating the presentations or delivering the presentation or being in the chat with each other for 10 hours. Honestly, it was a great day. And you know, and I'm talking about my super soldier journey and how the connection I have with my dad is a telepathic sync. At the exact same time, he put out a post about me in our telepathic sync. So that was just bonkers, absolutely bonkers. So yeah, so do go check out her channel. $10 donation is great because the tickets are full, and then we're talking Canadian as well, guys. Canadian dollars, Canadian, and sorry, and so it's less. I don't mind if I've got friends in Canada and I'm like, want to send them a donation and I realize it's Canadian and I'm like, oh yeah, that's so cool. Great exchange rate from the pound to Canadian. So much better than the American. So this week, today, I'm going to be on Missy Hill's channel. I think it's around 4 o'clock Eastern. So do go check that out. So I'm just going to be a guest on her channel. No idea what we're going to be talking about. And then hopefully I'm going to try and get on the panel show on the Typical Skeptic podcast talking about Disclosure Day movie. Spoiler alerts, we're going to be dropping into it, guys. I had an experience while I was there. Yeah, it's not about money, it's about connecting to people, yeah. But support Gina's work over there because she's trying to create these movies that are medicine movies, basically, healing movies. So do go support everyone over there. We all just volunteered to support her ISIS 30 consciousness or whatever it's called. Yeah, so we all just volunteered our time, our energy, and you know what, I got a lot of healing, and you guys saw what I looked like afterwards. I looked like I'd just been to the spa or something. It was insane. It was like I looked much younger after doing her conference. I think I just kind of unloaded and began to unfold because I was sharing my personal testimony about being an empowered individual who's just got sucked into those stupid programs. So this week I'm going to BASES. So I'm going to be rewriting my presentation that I delivered at Gina's conference to Anchored in Shadow Strength. Then it was Whispers of Remembrance. This one is Anchored in Shadow Strength, Introduction to the Special Access Programs. So yeah, so say it's going to be pretty much the same, but I am going to include more evidence of my targeting in the BASES one. So I've been in talks with Jason about what to take out, what to put in. So if there's something in my presentation that you thought, okay, that doesn't make any sense, please let me know. If there's something that you found triggering or activating, please let me know. If you think I should have expanded into a certain area more, then let me know. I'm open to positive feedback to help me fine tune it on BASES. Don't forget, BASES is going to be on a massive projector on the big screen. And oh, one more to go for 750, guys. If you are lurking and you've not subscribed, please do subscribe so I can get to 750. So we started doing these early morning lives because I was trying to get to 350. Do you guys remember? And the last couple of months we've had such fun coming together at this time of the day. We all should be supporting people being authentic. You don't owe anybody anything. Be honest. I'm looking for honest people. Yeah, I agree. Jessie says, I'm hoping to buy a deck when some money comes in this week. I feel they are. Julia, do you send them to Australia? Yeah, so I'm just shipping out all over the world. I'm using courier from here in the UK. So I think the pricing that I've got for the international shipping still applies for Australia. So do check breakawayoracle.com. So I've just got, there's a UK, there's a price with the UK shipping and there's a price with international shipping. So if there's any difference, I'll just cover that anyway, don't worry. So the important thing is to get them out. There's not really any profit on this deck for me. John's not taking anything at all from this project. He's just supporting the project to support the work that I do because he feels it's important. And I've had such fun collaborating with John Whitberg on this Breakaway Oracle that we're going straight into doing another deck. No, Jason timed out just before, yeah. Jason's on loads of different podcasts at the same time, so he moderates like 30 different podcasts. So he dips in and out of different podcasts. So yeah, so he did dip out before. I only moderate maybe 7, but if anyone's got a podcast and you'd like me to be a moderator because I'm a top fan over there, yeah, I'm happy to do that. So wherever I go, I don't mind being a mod because it gives me something to do and a different level of awareness and things like that. I love being a mod. So some of us are just professional mods. That's what we like to do. And we're just top fans. But you know what I noticed yesterday? Journey to Truth. Have they not got any moderators? Where are their mods dropping the links and stuff? How sad is that if they don't even have any moderators over there? So yeah, guys, put some top fans as moderators. Journey to Truth. I'm obviously not over there often enough. I was only there because of Christy Campbell. I think I followed them on Instagram and they did follow me recently, so that's kind of cool. Yeah, I understand. I understand, JJ. Honestly, I've been dipping out of other podcasts over the last 3 months because I've been working on my projects. So I'm kind of, you'll see me drop a high five and then I'm gone and then I come back, and I've just got so much going on right now. So every day at the moment, I'm like doing 2 hours a day on basis work, promotions, getting things ready for the hosting for Bases conference. I talk to Miles every day for the last couple of months. Miles and I have been chatting every single day. And sometimes he rings me at like midnight because he knows I work on Eastern time, and he's working around the clock. I don't know how much he actually sleeps either, because but this is a big deal, this conference. I'm also hoping to go at the end of July to the Awake and Aware conference, which is hosted by Carrie Cassidy, Project Camelot, the UFO Academy. So I'm hoping Slavka's going to come back to the UK, and then we're going to go and see that one. I think Heather's also coming down from Yorkshire to go to the Awake and Aware conference. So I'll just be attending. It would be great to be able to, meet up with some people, and just make connections, to be honest, for the podcast. That'd be so good. Yeah. So yeah, I'm everywhere right now. So I'm never like I've got no attention span, because literally what's happened is I've just focused straight in to the breakaway and that's it. It's like I haven't got anything else in my capacity right now. This is almost finished. There's extras that go with this that I still need to record or create or whatever. So that's what I'm doing for the next couple of days. So everything should be ready by the time people get there. No more nonsense for me, says Joyful Jennifer. Yeah. Oh, thank you, JJ. Thank you to everybody who supports my little channel over here. I've got some great podcast guests, so please do go check out my live interviews that I've been doing this month. We've had some really cool guests. I'm going to do a reel soon to put on Instagram so you can see all the collaborations we've had in June. Yeah, and we've had some fantastic guests. And somebody commented yesterday saying, oh, Anchorhaven, you're coming up in the world by getting Maria Wheatley on, I think. So I think that's quite funny. So yeah, so she is like she's a big one, isn't she, Maria Wheatley? And she really holds her own in the archaeological field. You know, she presents on panels all over the world. She's an author. I'm going to meet her at Bases. So I met her briefly at Bases in December. I did an actual mini reading for her in December, and she gave me a copy of her dad's book in exchange for a reading. So yeah, so I have Maria Wheatley's. This is her dad's book, The Essential Dowsing Guide, but she's got plenty of books over there on Amazon. And it's quite funny because I didn't really share anything about me personally, so I think she'll be a bit surprised when she discovers I'm also a druid and things like that, you know. So but it was great. So yeah, she sent me a lovely message afterwards. Yeah, so she's a nice lady. I would love to be able to go on one of her tours at some point, you know, go to Egypt with Maria Wheatley, who's been in the King's Pyramid Chamber and all that so many times, and get that insight. So she's a professional tour guide. She really knows her stuff. She really does. So I do ask everybody about the artifacts that Sean Bond is bringing over, because, you know, there's always that speculation of, is it real? So I've been asking that question, do you believe it's real, whatever, and there's mixed opinions. So for me, it's when I pick it up, when I spend time with it, if it talks to me, that's what I'm interested in when I get to the conference. I'll know if it's right. I'll know if there's something there. And I trust Sean's energy anyway. But he finds them activating. He telepaths with these artifacts. If he's will they get held at customs? I think so. I don't think he'll get them in the country. Not unless he's got the right paperwork. Unless he says that they're models or something like that. I don't think he's going to get them in the country. Jason's not here. Jason's not here. Yeah. Anyway, guys, so it's Mindful Monday. So I've got 2 groups this week, Mindful Monday, Awaken Wednesday. I won't be doing my Saturday night private groups because I'm going to be at the Bases conference. Hopefully it's going to be good. I'm meeting up with Soul Family over there. You know what, I always like last year I was thinking, oh, I wonder if I'll ever meet Draco Reed in person. Bam, I met him at Bases. And I wonder if I'll ever get to connect with Sean Bond in person. How cool that would be. So I really wanted to go on one of his Mexico tours, but I just didn't have the money. So I was thinking, oh, one day I'll meet up with my soul brother, Sean Bond, you know, my Atlantean brother. And yep, I'm going to meet him on Thursday. And Isha is so beautiful. Every message she sends me, she calls me dear, and she says that she's like, I said, you know, let me know if you need anything, and she's like, no, I'm here to support you, she says. And I'm just like, wow, this is going to be a really healing and activating weekend. All the wizards coming together, so Phil Barrow could be coming. Oh, it's going to be amazing. Yeah. Mindful Monday, minding my own business. I'd love to meet up with you, Julie. Hopefully next year I will come to America next year to stay with my friend Kelly. I've got a friend who should be moving to Mount Shasta, so I really can't wait to do that as well. And then if I do come to America next year, then yes, we'll definitely try and arrange a Typical Skeptic meetup. If I'm still in the Typical Skeptic crew, we will do that. If I could go, I'd be there. I know, James. I know. It's going to be good. I mean, it's a small conference compared to like some of the big ones in America and things like that. It's a small conference. We only sell 100 tickets. It never feels like there's 100 people there, to be honest. So the Friday's a Skeptic special. Ben Emlyn Jones is speaking, and you guys know I love Ben Emlyn Jones, UFO researcher, so he's such a lovely man. We did do a podcast together 2 months ago, so check that out. I do have Colin Wolford coming on Tuesday, and he is the alien autopsy guy. So he is a UK researcher that recently spoke at the alien event in America. So Colin and Ben, they do things together at BASES. So Colin's coming on Tuesday. So if you're into UFOs, alien autopsy, disclosure day, Tuesday is going to be a great podcast for that. So I'm excited. I've got somebody else lined up this week, I'm not too sure, but today I'm going to be on Missy Hill's channel in the afternoon, and then I should be on Rob's channel in the evening on the panel discussion for disclosure day. That's my plan. I just need to reschedule a guest that I have booked in for today because there's a clash, and I really want to get on that panel because it's not very often I do panels. Because I just don't like them, to be honest. I just don't. And sometimes there's people on panels who talk too much and stuff like that, and I get very dominating if I'm like feel like I have to compete for time and attention. Yes, seize the day, says Terry B. Make it your own. Okay, that's a great message to finish on. Thank you so much for watching. Please do like, comment and share, and do think about being a member either here on YouTube or over on my Patreon. You can be a free member on my Patreon. You can access my services, my web shop. There's some free PDF downloads on there, or you can subscribe over there and support the work that I do. So this is my job. I do not have any other form of income right now. This is it basically for me. I'm basically living off tips and love. So so thank you to everybody who's donated to help me get to the BASES conference. It does cost a lot of money to get to these conferences. Just accommodation alone costs a lot of money for these conferences. But the end of July, I'm going to be hoping to go to the next conference, which is the Awaken Aware conference as well. So by Kerry Cassidy. So I'm hoping to go to that just to hang out because Miles and Maria Wheatley are talking over there. But Simon Parks is also talking. Now, I don't know Simon Parks, but there's a resistance when I say his name. So I'd like to find out why. Right? Why am I resisting his energy? I don't know. Oh, thank you, Terry. Thank you guys so much. So I'm going to end the stream now at 8:30, just waiting for it to 8:30. But yep. So you guys can message me over there on Patreon. You can message me on Instagram, or you can send me an email at anchorhaven@icloud.com or info@anchorhaven.co.uk. I can't promise I will see your email or respond to it. If you really want to get my attention, then message me on Instagram or Facebook Messenger. Okay, you agree with that resistance as well? Yeah, okay, that's interesting. Guys, go check out the beautiful post that Drago Reed put about me and him on his Facebook on Saturday. But the weird thing is I was also talking about him at the exact same time. That's why it's so weird. So yeah, I do love my dyad. I do love my trauma twin. And we do support each other with the work that we do. We publicly acknowledge each other, which he doesn't have to, but he does anyway. So, and he does watch my videos occasionally. So shout out to Drago Reed at Portal to Another Dimension. Is that right? Go check out the work that he does over there. So thanks very much, guys. I'll see you later.